Great, so we've got our box, it appears and disappears, we're making good progress. Now we're going to need some way to work out how long it is between when the box appears and when the user clicks on it. And that will be our measure of how good the user's reactions are. Now, but to do that, we're going to use what's called the date function. Now, this is an extremely powerful function in JavaScript that allows you to work out what the date and time are, and that can be useful for all sorts of activities that you might want to do on your site. But for now, we'll keep it very simple, and we'll use the date.now function. Now, let me show you what that does. So if we alert that, we refresh that, it's a big old number. So that number is actually the number of milliseconds since what's known as the epoch, which is a date back in the 1970s where JavaScript dates are measured from. So we can use that as an excellent way of telling how far two times are apart just by looking at the difference between the date, what's known as a timestamp, so the date timestamps. So what we'll do, we'll have a variable, we'll call it clicked time, and another variable called created time. So those are the two variables that we're interested in. So created time is going to be the time when the box is created. So down here, make box is the moment at which the box is created. So let's create our created time variable and set it to date.now. So we'll have the created time will be a number which will be a timestamp equivalent to the time when the box appeared. And then we can create or set the value of created, not created time, clicked time can be set to date.now then. Okay, and so the crucial thing is the difference between those two. So let's create our new variable called, let's say, reaction time. So this will be the number of milliseconds that pass between when the box is created and when the box is clicked on. So reaction time is going to be equal to clicked time minus created time. So the difference between those two. Notice I've done clicked time take away created time because the click time is going to be bigger because they're always going to click after the box is created. Okay, I think what we'll also do is break that down into seconds. So we'll put brackets around there and divide it by 1,000. So our reaction time is going to be the time in seconds rather than milliseconds. And to get from milliseconds to seconds, to get from milliseconds to seconds, we divide by 1,000. So for now, let's just alert that value. See how good I am. So it will appear at some point. There we go, 3.871. So we're going to want to set the created time to the timestamp when the box is actually created. And that happens down here in this set timeout function. So created time is going to be equal to date.now. And then the clicked time is going to be equal to date.now then. Okay, great. So quick challenge for you is to alert the delay time. So the amount of time it takes for the user to click on the square after the square has appeared. How did that go? I think something like this would make sense. So create a variable, let's call it reaction time, something like that. And then we want to set reaction time to be the difference between the clicked time and the created time. So we'll say click time minus created time. And it's going to be that way round, not created time take away click time, because click time is always going to be bigger than created time, because you're going to click on it after it's created. You can't click on it before. And I'm going to put it in seconds, so we're going to divide that by 1,000 there to go from milliseconds to seconds. Okay, and then we're going to alert that value. See how that works. See how quick I am. Okay, not great. 0.0773, see if I can improve on that. Oh, that's a bit better. 0.4, 0.6, 0.3. Okay, right, not bad. So that's pretty good as it works. Now it's a little bit slow and having to click on that every time. So I think it would be a good idea to have a bit of text, say underneath this box, or maybe even above it, where we put the results, so the user's not having to click on the OK button of the alert box every time. So let's do this at the very top. We'll have a box called Your Time, and then we'll have a span with an ID of time, and then that's where we'll put the time. So a very quick challenge for you here. Instead of alerting the reaction time, can you change the value of the span, or the content of the span, to be the time? Okay, I hope you managed it. What we want to do is something like get rid of the alert, and we want document.get element by ID time inner HTML equals reaction time. Let's just see how that works. Oh, that was quick. Okay, great. We get the idea. Okay, so now the game is working, and it's a little bit better than it was before. We're not having to wait every time when we click this alert box. What I'd like it to do is, as I said at the beginning, move the square around a little bit and change the color and occasionally make it a circle as well. So that's what we're going to do in the last video for this challenge.